again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Browns Latest. I'm Dave Grendzynski, but a lot of people call me Grizzer, and it is game day, fellas and ladies. This is where we get you caught up on some of the latest news and tidbits tied to our favorite team in the NFL. That is the Cleveland Browns, the elf on the wall. Should have told you. Maybe the big helmet gave it away too. But before we begin, I'd like to thank everybody who has liked our previous episodes, who has subscribed to the channel, become members of the Browns Latest Dog Pound, and those of you who get your comments in the viewer comment section. Now, the Browns play the Jets this afternoon at MetLife Field in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I flew over that stadium once. We were on our way to Newark. I forget where we were going. We were connecting in Newark. But it was pretty cool to fly over that place and see it. It was set up for the Giants at the time. And it was cool. It was really cool. But I digress. One of the keys to beating the Jets today, though, has everything to do with Justin Fields' legs. One of the things we'll watch for will happen after halftime. We have some bold predictions and two bets that I think I'm going to give you three. All you got to do is pick two of them. I think they're locks. 100%. And in the viewer comments, an Alabama fan with a take on Tommy Boy's play calling. Whoo, that sounds interesting. But first things first, the keys. Let's dig into our pocket and pull out our keys to the game. And first of all, here's the thing I think is the most critical key. I'll just go right at it. I'll lead with the best stuff. I think as long as you keep Justin Fields contained, you keep them in the pocket, and you keep them from getting loose and running with the ball, I don't think the Jets are going to have much on offense. I think we'll keep Breece Hall under wraps. I think we'll control their running game and force Fields. If you force Fields to beat you with his arm, I think you're in good shape. I think, of course, we got to run the ball, and so it's going to be we got a different play caller now. So, we called for it every game when Stefansers was making the play calls. But now with Tommy Rees, it's going to be interesting to see if we can commit to the run, man. Let's do it, And the other thing is, Holy Schmidt's got to make some kicks, man. Like, he can't be missing these kicks on the road. Because here's the thing. Even though that kick against New England didn't factor into the final outcome, at the time, it was such a deflating moment, especially for the defense. Again, these are all those little things that just keep adding up during the game, and the defense finally gets to a point where you hit like the midway point of the third quarter, a little bit past the midway point, and the defense is like, oh, my God. We got nothing. We can't do this anymore. We're spent. We cannot carry us. Unless we're scoring touchdowns, it's the only way we're going to win because the offense isn't doing anything. And the special teams is a big part of that. And so Schmidt can't be missing kicks, man. Can't be missing kicks on the road. It's so vital. So it's key. It's a big key, especially in the first half, man. Especially if it's off a turnover or something, a short field or something. Even if we don't get in the end zone, we got to get points, man. And especially if it was because of the defense setting us up. So holy Schmidt, make sure you got your Schmidt together. Don't make me come over there and kick the Schmidt out of you. You wouldn't want that. Now, what to watch for today when the Brownies and the Jets mix it up at 1 p.m. Here's what you should watch for. How different this offense looks with Tommy Boy calling the plays. Think he'll be a fat guy in a little coat up there in the booth calling the plays? Praying to the god of skinny punks? Huh? Maybe. Callahan Auto, wearing his Callahan Auto hoodie or something. But this offense better look different. People have lost their, and rightly so. We've all lost our patience with this offense. So make it look different. Make it look better, Tommy Boy. Let's go. I'm also going to be watching to see if we can get Dylan Sampson. I remember he won some award SEC Offensive Player of the Year. That's right. Stefanski didn't think that was a good thing, apparently, and so he never uses them. Let's see if Tommy Boy changes that. Let's look for Dylan Sampson to get some run today. Also, watch this, because I think this is happening for sure. Watch them make a push to get the wide receivers the ball, Judy especially. I think they are going to try to force feed the receivers a little bit, just to try and prove everybody wrong. So we'll see. We'll see. And and it's not about throwing bombs down the field. It's about those quick slants. It's about those bubble screens. It's about those drags across the field. Those quick, 3-step drop, and you start Judy in the slot and run him across the field. Get that DB on his hip, and then hit him in stride. It's about those run after the catch type passes that we fully expected. That's where I think they're going to get their yards. Said Tillman too. I think Tillman and Judy today. Whoo! Watch that matchup too. Denzel Ward and Garrett Wilson. Buckeye on Buckeye. There's going to be some Buckeye on Buckeye crime going on today with Ward and Wilson, the Dubs. D-Dub and G-Dub out there. That's going to be fun to watch, to see Denzel covering up. It's like old school Buckeye and newer school Buckeye, I guess, out there. That's going to be fun to watch. And then watch, this is what we teased at the top. And to me, this is a big one because we never saw it when Stefanski was calling plays. Let's watch to see what kind of adjustments the offense makes at halftime. We never make second half adjustments. But now with Tommy Boy, let's see. Let's see if we can actually, because here's the thing. If all of this happens, and the offense looks better and Gabriel even looks better and the receivers look better, it is just going to just keep putting the nails in the coffin of Kevin Stefanski. Because I don't see how anybody is going to be able to sit back and look at that and go, oh, okay, well, that was cool. You can't keep Stefanski around if that's the case. You got to just get him out of the way. So that's the other thing to watch for, and that'll come after the game. Once the whole story is told today, what kind of a watch? Let's watch to see what kind of effect it has on Kevin Stefanski. All right, now, that brings us to this, the bold predictions. The bold predictions is almost as fun as the prediction pen, except for the prediction pen said we were going to lose. Not happy. I want you to know the prediction pen is grounded. I sent him to his room, and that's where he will stay until next Saturday. But my first bold prediction is I think Judkins gets over 100 yards today. I think we will see, and I think Sampson's contributing. I think Tommy Boy knows what he's got with these two running backs, or I think he finds a way to get Sampson the ball. Maybe he's throwing him the ball a little more or something. But I think Judkins will get his first 100-yard game today. Jerry Jeudy, this is what I see. This is what I think is a lock. Jerry Jeudy's receiving yard prop is 37.5. That to me is the lock of the week. If Jerry Jeudy can't get 38 yards receiving today, that's a crime. I think they're going to force feed him. I think he could have this in the first quarter. I think they're going to force feed him. I just have that feeling, just because of all the talk about Jeudy this week and everything. I just think that they're going to get him. If you don't like Judkins getting 100, his over total is 81. I think that is fully attainable. And I think said Tillman coming back, they talked him up all week. His yard total is 27.5. I mean, now these numbers could fluctuate here, a yard here, yard there, depending on who you're betting with. But I think said Tillman 27.5 is a safe bet. So, Jeudy for 38 yards and Tillman for 28 yards. Come on, man. To me, those are locks. Those are my bold predictions. I'm betting those for sure. I'm also going to give you one more bet when we get to the end of this that I'm making. Dylan Gabriel will throw for over 200 yards. And again, this is not Gabriel standing back there and flinging it down the field. This is Tillman and Jeudy, even Fannin will get involved. Here, it's the run after the catch. It's the yaks that'll get him his 200 yards passing. It's not going to be Gabriel throwing down the field. It's going to be the quick passes and the run after the catch. The Jets, I did some digging. Like they're mid covering tight ends They're mid covering wide receivers, so it's tough for me to gauge. Now, Sauce is out of there. Quinnen Williams, that'll affect the rushing game. That's why I like Judkins, and them to run the ball. I think they're obviously going to try and take advantage of that. I mean, he was their best run stopper. Quinnen Williams gone now, so you'll see. We'll just have to see what but I think that's what they're going to do. But the Jets, like I said, mid covering tight ends, mid covering wide receivers. That's why I think the yards are in play. But Flacco tore him up, so we'll see. This defense, it's reeling a little bit. We could have a day against this defense. I think this is another thing. I think this is another bet you can make. And I think it's going to be plus money. I'm probably going to put this one in too. I think Justin Fields will throw his first interception today, and here's why. Not only because of the Browns defense, because the Browns defense has played so well, throughout the season, but I think Aaron Glenn not coming out naming him the starter, not giving him that confidence after he balls out against Cincinnati like that, and he gets no confidence from his coach. The coach comes out and says, I'm not going to tell you who's starting a quarterback. I think now Justin Fields, because everybody on the planet knows it's Justin Fields. I think he goes out there and tries to do too much. I think he tries to go out there and prove his coach wrong. And I think he does a little bit too much, and he takes a step back. And so I think he will throw his first interception of the season today. Yes, you heard me right. Justin Fields has yet to throw an interception this season. But I think it's coming today. Bold prediction, and I gave you the reasons why. And then my last bold prediction is, and I've been talking about this all week, the Browns are winning this game. They best not come back to Cleveland if they don't beat the Jets. They are winning this game. I'm going to go 27-13. I'm going to put them over 20 points. I think the Jets might muster up a couple of field goals and then maybe a garbage time touchdown or something at the end. But I think it's going to be a little higher scoring than because the Browns, you know why? Because the Browns offense is under such pressure to score and perform. So they're not going to settle being up like 2 touchdowns. They're going to keep going for the jugular. They're going to keep going after it because Stefanski needs to change the narrative, man. Everybody is so down on this offense. And now they've had 2 weeks to figure out what the hell was wrong with it. If they don't come out and put at least 27 points on the board, it's still a problem. If they go win this game, 12-3, that's nice. I'll take the win. But everybody's going to be all over that offense. I'm telling you, man. And they're going to be screaming for Shador louder than ever. And so there's so much to watch. Oh, my gosh. There is so much to watch today. But those are my bold predictions. I'm going Browns 27 points, and I'll give the Jets 13. But one of those is a garbage time touchdown. So more like a 27-6. But I think the Jets get that garbage time touchdown. Now, what's never garbage time is the viewer comments. And we'll start today with Steven Stone, 17. Think it's Steve Stone, the pitcher? Could be. If it is, let us know. Steven Stone. That's his alias. His name is Steve Stone, but his alias is Steven Stone. Here's what he says. Gabriel doesn't throw receivers open. He throws them into the waiting, loving arms of the defense. He is not a supercomputer unless it's one that has a virus. That's pretty good. Switching the OC calling plays may hide it, but Gabriel is not the answer. We're going to find out a lot today, man. That's why this is must-see TV today, man. This is like I said, the sands of the hourglass, baby. This is our soap opera every single Sunday. It's Soap Opera Sunday. Maybe that's our new thing. Soap Opera Sunday, Meltdown Monday, Take a Minute Tuesday. We got every day of the week named. I have to come up with something for Wednesday. All right, Jesse Rogers, 7108. This is what we teased at the top. Jesse says, we did not like Tommy Boy's play calling here at Alabama. I'm glad he's gone. By the way, college plays won't last too long trying to help Dillon Gabriel out. There's another, that's the thing. Like he said, he knows what makes Dillon Gabriel tick. He says he understands him. He understands the offense. So, I mean, he's talking the talk this week. So now it's time to walk the walk. I cannot wait to see what this offense looks like today. Running Beard 7380 says Tommy isn't going to stray far from what Stefanski runs. After all, it's Kevin who hired him. It's true. The Joe Flacco situation is ample evidence that Kevin's offensive scheme is overly controlling, slow to develop, and very predictable. Add to this, you've got an old offensive line and not the greatest playmakers, and you've got another double-digit loss season. Joe Flacco is balling out not just because of the superior playmakers, but the offense is putting him in a position to get rid of the ball quickly and actually play quarterback. And that's what Kevin is the quarterback stifler. And you are absolutely right, Running Beard. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. You nailed it. And again, so that's why. Will the reins come off Dillon Gabriel a little bit? Because that's the other thing that we've been talking about. Is Dillon Gabriel this bad? Or is it Kevin Stefanski and his controlling schemes and system that's making him look bad or making him look worse than what he is? So we're going to find out today. Drud Goyne says, I'm not a Jets fan. I thought he made a really good point here, and this is why I wanted to use it. Because I think this is a great point. Drud Goyne. I'm not a Jets fan, but with those Jets coaches, your take on that team is completely wrong. This week I said, this is a team that's completely decimated. They're going to curl up in a ball and roll into the corner if we can get up a score or two. There's going to be a lot of quit in them. Not initially. I think they'll come out and fight initially, but if the Browns can get up on them, I think they're going to curl up and just go away. But Drud Goyne says that team will fight because some players who didn't get a shot will get a shot now. And he's right. And I will take that into account, Drud. That is a great take because, and that's what I'm saying. I think that's why they hang around early. But there's no reason the Browns shouldn't put them away because this defense of ours, if it plays the way it's been playing all year long, I mean, the Jets offense is not going to do much against us. But it's going to be on our offense, as it is every week, to muster up enough points. But you're right. That's why I think they'll come out and fight. They'll come out and fight early. But if you can get up on them, they're going to turn, they're going to flip, and they're going to go away, just like the Dolphins did when we buried them. And we will end today with A. Jefferson, who says, look, I know the ball is broke. Remember our ball? I used to hit it and used to play a song, and it used to say touchdown Browns, and then it also used to bark. But A. Jefferson says he loves that the ball is broke because my rough is awesome. So, all right, there you go. So, if I go, he likes that. So that's what we'll do, I guess, from now on. I don't know, but just in loving memory of the ball barking. I've tried. I've looked at it. I might have to take it to the ball doctor to have some surgery to get it fixed. But all right, guys, enjoy the game. And then after the game, I'm planning a special treat. I hope it works out. You'll have to tune in and check the Instant Reaction show. We'll have a different look to it. We'll put it to you that way. But that's the plan. If everything works out, we will have an Instant Reaction show that like you've never seen before. So I'm really hoping it all works out, and we should have a lot of fun after the game, win or lose. But we are winning. That is for sure, because everybody on the entire planet, not just this planet, other planets, have picked the Browns to beat the Jets because the Jets are that bad. All right. Enjoy the game. We'll see you after. Go Browns! We'll see you next time.